so I could see how bum and ugly and bummy she looked. It would have been breaking news. Oh Lord, Lily. I've healed too much and I don't want to be around nobody. I look like a cat. Oh my God. We love it here, okay? Lily, you shaking the table. Come here, mama. I love to be brushed, mama. Lily. Just sit quietly. Dang, Lily. Oh, Lord, Lily. Hey, guys. Okay, so I had a meeting earlier. And it was on Zoom, so I just did meeting glam. I didn't even do like liquid blush today, so I feel very crazy. But I've also realized I've been going way too ham on the blush. Like the blush was like a lot, but we are gonna put some more on before I head into my office and we're gonna do some orders. Yeah! I'm also watching Law and Order SVU. Y'all don't even know how this has consumed my life, and I restarted it over from like season 15 and now I'm on season 21. And then I watched it through, no, I think I left off on season 25. And then once I finished the season, I was just like, I am obsessed. I need more. So then I restarted it from season 15 and now I'm on 21. And I'm ready for my gun and my badge because I've been solving all these cases. Okay, so right now in the episode, of course it would be this episode, but the suspect is targeting gay black men on the DL, which is just we are gonna do just a cute little wing. Yeah, because I'm not wearing lashes today. I wanna be free. Oh, let's start it.
The attorney, I'll find the holes. All the victims under lineup.
I'm going in with Battress eyeliner. Oh, you guys, I am having a spring gloom sale because we're going into summer. and I want to make sure we all have our, we're restocked on things. So 20% off, link down in the bio. I'm going to be using Glam Goth Beauty Backdress Eyeliner. And we're just going to do like a cute little wing.
You're the only one that's seen his face.
Nah, it was dark, so I don't know.
Yeah, and Dr. Freeman, that's Mathis's psychiatric advocate, she doesn't want him triggered.
Don't worry about that. It's a two-way mirror. You can see them, they can't see you. They need you to step up.
Okay, yeah, whatever you guys need, I'm in.
Great.
Something's fishy.
Take your time.
You wasn't, you're gay. This was consensual.
Are you saying that it's number 3? Am I? Actually, it's number 6. Oh, wait, was it 3?
What is this, counselor? Phone a friend? Just saying what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, hold up. You know what? I know what's wrong. I turned and then I got a glimpse. So I was like this. Number 2.
When I am doing like, I don't even know, just like, we'll call this like soft, super soft vamp glam. Sorry, the screen is over here if y'all see me looking over here. But I just do the outside and then the inner corner. I don't put any, anything right here. And it gives that more of like a siren vibe too. But I love this because it's super easy and quick and just clean and like chic, you know? Because you don't always need a lash. Even though I love my lashes. I love my lashes so much. But sometimes you're just not, and I went to the gym earlier today. So you're just not always in the mood. You could totally tell I went to the gym today because my edges are so, I want a relaxer. I don't know how y'all do that. Being natural is crazy. Like, how are y'all not getting relaxers? Like, oh, well, it's fine. We love it here, okay? No, I saw this TikTok and it was like, the reason why you don't love your natural hair is because you haven't given it a chance. And I'm like, honestly, she ate with that one. She really did, because I wouldn't, if I wasn't so over wigs, because y'all know, I've been wearing wigs for a long time, but I wasn't wearing wigs because I hated my natural hair. It was just like, in my mind, I was like, this is more convenient and I get to be all these different people. But once like identity crisis set in and I just wanted like just something more easier, especially if you work out. Like if you go to the gym, I don't know how, I'm not laying that lace every day for like that's crazy. So once I did start getting sew-ins and I guess I gave like my natural hair a chance, but not like in locks, not in like short hair, not in like a set kind of style, like, you know, just like this, just like to me, this is like, I guess normal. I don't know, but like giving my natural hair a chance, like you're gonna love your hair even more. Like natural will always, I don't know, natural to me, like who you are will always be beautiful and will always eat, okay? Amen to that. Like to me, as much as my edges and my hairline like sometimes like gets on my like whatever, I feel like it looks so much better from wearing a wig. That's just my opinion. But I do need to stop getting relaxers because like my hair is breaking off so crazy. I don't know why I don't know where that came from, but just a little gem for self-love. Like if you've been thinking about getting a sew-in, do it. If you've been thinking about locking your hair, do it. If you're thinking about cutting your hair or going back to your natural hair color, like just try it and give it a chance, you know? Especially if you're like on some like self-love journey. Cause like, you know, y'all know I'm in my 30s and I've lived a lot of different lives, and this is just me like through self-reflecting, but I've lived a lot of different lives, and for the first time, like I feel like myself. And like when I look in the mirror, I see me. Like even though like, yeah, I still wear contacts and stuff like that, but not as much as I used to. But it's not because I didn't like my like natural whatever, but I don't know. When you're in the business of glamour, especially like me, like I love drag, I love to dress up, I love theatrical stuff, but I did definitely like get lost in like the mix of that, or like the chaos of it or whatever. And then also too, like it was my job to review wigs and install wigs. So once I was just like, okay, like I'm literally willing to take this pay cut because I need to see myself, and I want to see myself, and I want to love myself, and I just want a more easier like day, you know. I deserve that, and you do too. So okay, that's enough of that. I'm just gonna do my inner quarter. But even like on TikTok, let me yap some more. Even on TikTok, I'm seeing like a lot of like girls taking off their lash extensions, taking off their, I mean, I'm gonna be, look, extensions till I die, okay? Even if like, well, not till I die, but like once I want long hair. Like I feel like I was born to have long hair. I don't know, I may lock it in my 50s or something, but girl, I need the inches, I need the bundles. But like taking their extensions out, if they were blonde and they went super dark, or brunette, then they went back to blonde. I just feel like us as women, we're in this movement of loving ourselves. And I'm not even talking about like clean girl aesthetic, because the face is still, this is still full glam, okay? Still gonna do a smoky eye, still gonna do all of the things. But like, we're definitely in a time where it's like, I don't need to be, that's not my identity. I don't need to be like that all the time. And I definitely felt like I needed to be like that all the time. And now I don't. So there we go. Okay. Well, oh, we was watching the DL. What was going on with the gay man? Okay.
Number 4.
Okay. No further questions.
Got some more in my secret stash. Well, it's not a secret, but this is the packaging of how it comes. Look at how pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more blush using the Hopeless Romantic palette. I did do Melancholy and Beloved, and then usually I'll put Daydream on top, but I think Melancholy is probably my favorite shade from this palette. I don't know. Throughout the day, it's like your blush leaves you and I don't know where it goes. So 2 like layers of blush is normal. Okay, and then let's do, move my hair out the way. Let's do my moles. Sorry, I put the camera right in the middle, so I can't really see. Okay. All right. Pretty.
Okay, let's go over your story and find out what we missed.
Maybe there's a copycat. Huh? Maybe there's 2 guys out.
Alice, stop talking. We came here to cooperate. Is my client now a suspect in any way?
That remains to be seen.
Then we're done.
Well, wait, listen. We're just trying to get to the truth.
The truth is I was attacked.
And then I love putting the diamond primer in my brows as like a brow gel. Like even if I'm not wearing any glitter, it just helps it stay in place.
I'm telling y'all this happened. What that guy took from me, I can never get back.
You're lying.
Why the hell would I make something like that up?
Liar. You know you've been fucking. I don't trust it. And then instead of Apocalypse, I'm gonna go in with Oblivion because I wanna see what that looks like.
You knew about that before he was attacked?
Probably through Twitter. He's always on.
Well, another thing, our lab found some fingerprints on the bottle near the crime scene. What's gonna turn out to be yours?
What's going on? Mathis told you not to talk to anybody.
What? Can I ask you some questions?
No.
Everybody thinks Mathis is lying, but I know that kid.
Did you know he was gay?
Oh, okay, that came as a bit of a shock. I knew his family, they're church people. I think he was just ashamed
But he was brave enough to out himself, say he was the victim of a crime.
because of his integrity.
The only thing is, we don't think that a crime took place.
You like Mathis, right?
I love him like a son.
DA wants to come down on that part. Now, do you think your client is so desperate for attention that he would stage an attack?
Yes.
We can subpoena your phone, your email, your business records, and if we find out you were complicit in any of this,
I didn't know. I swear to God, I thought he...
Ooh, Oblivion is really that girl. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. My camera died. But I didn't like that. So, took that off, and we're gonna do Goth Majesty and Death of Venus. This is my favorite, like, Bratz doll palette. Match my nails. Ooh, just a little bit. Yeah, today is a new day. And do Death of Venus right in the center. Pretty. Okay, let's let this dry down, and then we are going to put Melancholy on top. I don't know. Once I did this one day, I was obsessed. I like can't stop. I need to wash my brushes. It's always something. Damn.
Forget Mathis.
I would, please, I have a child.
And plus, none of your other victims say they saw my client's face.
Actually, I have one bit very clearly. In fact, I got some
Evidence that you are entitled to see. Stop it.
Okay, guys, this is today's glamour. Love. This is how I wanted to look in my meeting, but it's okay because it was just business talk. All right, y'all. Let me grab my waist trainer because yeah, we finna get snatched for the summer, and let's go to the office. This is your sign to drink some water. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Am I okay? Hey! Hey! Where's up so high? Oh, that's a little too low. My eyes are up here, okay? And I'm wearing a new, well, it's not new, but a bra that I didn't know could do all this. I'm about to print out these orders. We're just gonna work through the night, okay? I haven't been to the gym in a really long time. So I am like, I didn't even go in like how I wanted to go in, but I did end my like day with cardio. And y'all, cardio just is so ghetto. Like it really be taking me out. Like I'm tired. But it's good because last night I went to sleep at like 4 a.m. and I like woke up and I don't know. I'm also on my period. I feel like every time, like every new video I'm on my period, but I'm also on my period and sorry, multitasking. Businesswoman things, okay? No, but I'm on my period, so I woke up super emotional. Also, today is just, it's a day. It's a day where I'm remembering stuff from a time. And I woke up super emotional, was crying, a whole thing. And then I said to myself, bitch, stop this nonsense. Look, my African ancestors said, hey, it's time to stop this. So I got up and I went to the gym and the gym was like packed. And I was just like, why am I here? It was also a lot of energy. Like the gym is very, also like, y'all know I'm celibate. Well, technically, I'm celibate. And so it was just, I'm so funny. But no, it was just, the gym is it's a lot of energy. And then you've got like, y'all know I'm bisexual, so you got the girls are half naked. I'm looking at everybody's butt. Then the men are all big and sweaty. And it was just a lot. It was just a lot. I was like, this is a lot of energy. But it was so many people there. And I was like, fuck, I miss my luxurious gym when nobody's in there. So like that gym, I don't know, tomorrow I really want to wake up early and go there early because I went around noon, which was not smart because I had my Zoom meeting at 1:30. But it's good. It was okay. I did what I needed to do. But if you're like me, I think it's time to be a morning person if I'm going to work out because I cannot, it's just too much going on. And my nice fancy gym I can't use with ClassPass, and it was so expensive, but honestly it was worth it. Like it was so worth it. Like if I could still afford it, I would probably still be going there. But like $200 just to like go to the gym and work out versus I think my ClassPass is maybe I think it's $80. 80 to like 100, I can't remember. Because sometimes I'll run out of sometimes I'll run out of credits and I'll have to buy more credits. But that's usually if I'm doing like the fancy Pilates classes and stuff like that. Sorry, it's about to get kind of loud. What was I saying? Look, just not saying nothing. That's why I don't be remembering stuff. I don't be saying anything. It's time to wake up and work out. It's time, I think in the spring, summer, it's time to get up early. Fall, winter, okay. But like spring, summer, it's time. Because I'm not going to the gym and all of y'all are in the gym. It's just not happening. Okay, let's print this out. I'm gonna find us something to watch. It's time to clock in. I did have to put a gloss on because my lips were so dry. It's just that season, I guess. Let's put this on so I can torture myself some more. Ooh, and I sweated so good in this today at the gym. Just like a bad bitch should. Okay. Let me, oh, my eye is watering. Okay. So I'm gonna put on, Chloe has a new thing. And it's called Khloe Kardashian, My Side That Nobody Knows. Truth Behind Headlines, Divorce, and Co-Parenting. Now, I am having a good day. I don't know if I want to put this on and she's going to make me mad, or... Okay, let's just watch it.
40 for at least 3 years prior to turning 40. You know, my 30s were challenging for me, as I really do think when I reflect back that they are challenging for most. Well,
ooh, you guys, we have a TikTok order.
To do that. They were my second.
Which is the Hopeless Romantic.
I
don't know where it's going.
Sure, of course.
Oh, it's going to Ellie in Utah. Thank you, Ellie.
Launched or aired yet. Thank you. You're so generous and so kind.
No, I loved it. It was so fun speaking to you. And
You guys already saw the palette that I put on today.
Topics and themes
Hopeless
and
Romantic.
and my favorite thing is we were in India just around this, like kind of coming around this time last year. And being with you in India and getting to take you to the monastery that I stayed at for some time. And
what an experience.
It was so beautiful to have
In
that.
India?
Thank you for letting me.
Yes.
And
I honestly, actually, let me not say that. I was about to say I can't wait to be 40.
So many people dread
can wait.
turning 40. They're just older. And I am the complete opposite. I probably talked about my excitement in turning 40 for at least 3 years prior to turning 40. You know, my 30s were challenging for me. I really do think when I reflect back that they are challenging for most people. I think your 30s is that, especially for women, because that's sort of when people feel like, oh, their biological clock is ticking. They should be married or have kids by this age. And the truth is, people are getting married a little later. They are having kids later in life. And a lot of women are focusing on what their career should be. And so they're sort of putting the family
Y'all hear
stuff on
her?
the back. Jennifer Lopez, you see all of these gorgeous women. And you're like, wait, I think they're 40s, 50s. What am I afraid of?
Oh, I
It's
know
not so
in
much
my
even about the
40s,
aesthetic. It's the liveliness that women
in my
should be able to
40s,
have.
I'm going to be, that's really going to be my prime.
yeah, I think
I feel like
it's so
40s in this modern day, like that's really like you're in your.
30s to 40s. I think it's really interesting when you're going.
I feel like in your 40s, that's when you're like emotionally intelligent. You've experienced enough where it's just like, I'm not gonna play with y'all anymore. Okay? I thought he was doing something crazy. You spend your 20s and your well, for me, my late 20s, whole entire 30s building my career. Oh, baby, if I don't have it together by my 40s, I think my time, let me not say. I was about to say something so dark. This order is from Jamie from, Anaheim, California. Come on, my Cali sister. She got some diamonds, and so she got some diamonds and a primer, sticker, and I guess I'm glad I put this on. This is giving me, I feel like I need to hear this. Even though when I was 20 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but
Podcasts, wrote books, like,
Right.
just things that.
sorry, I'm gonna be doing that a lot. I don't know. This is gonna be, I don't know what we're gonna call this, but this is spiritual healing video. When I was in my early 20s, before I started cosmetology school at 23, I wanted to do and be so many things. And I think it was just like, well, what do I like? What? Like, how do I just choose one thing to be? And it's crazy because that will always come full circle, because right now, that's where I am right now. I just feel like when you're an artist, like you're never just one thing. Like you're just an artist, and you need that artistic freedom to do what you want to do. But it's also crazy too, because we're in a time where like a lot of us cannot survive off of just one thing. Like we are definitely in a time where we need to have multiple streams of income. Unless you are blessed and you got that one job that's just paying for everybody eating off that off that one job, consider yourself very, very blessed. Because yeah, we are in a time where like, I don't know, we just really have to exploit ourselves to live. And yeah, and I feel like if you are an artist, it's so easy. Like me now, well, it's not a secret, but like the burnout of constantly exploiting yourself, it's going to catch up to you. So y'all may think in y'all 20s now, like, oh, I'm gonna do this one thing and it's gonna take me all the way. I'm gonna write it out all the way. No, if there's other things that you want to do, definitely focus on that main thing. Because my main thing was beauty, glamour, and it's taken me here, which is beautiful. But like, I'm so happy I never stopped pursuing fashion, pursuing poetry, or just like literature. Like I never stopped like reading and writing and just the arts in general. So if there's something that you love, like let's say like you're super into photography, but then you also are in nursing school, do not stop taking pictures and learning about the cameras and the photography styles, because I promise you one day, an hour and 6 minutes, one day you're going to want to pursue that. Or there may be a calling for you. You know, you never know. You never know. Okay, look, it ain't my podcast.
That I would never have imagined if someone told me at 18 that this is what your life's going to look like. I wouldn't have believed them. And I think something you said that was really important, that when you go into your 30s, there's almost like this grounding effect as well, where you start to ask yourself, what do I really want in life? Like you go into your 40s, you're almost living that. Like what's really important?
That's where I'm at right now. I'm ready to live.
It had to be done before I turned 40.
Yeah.
When I was younger, society definitely put on me, or not just me, I think a lot of people. But now life expectancy is longer. I think we prioritize our health from within so much more. And people realize, okay, it's not all about just having babies and getting married by the time you're 23 and then just coasting the rest or figuring it out. Now it's like, let's figure out what we really want at our core.
Okay, Kendra from Queens got a Death of Venus Battress liquid liner, which we used today for our little siren half, simple, lazy, great. And then a hopeless romantic palette. Oh, look at y'all getting ready for I was about to say getting ready for spring. Spring about to be over. It's okay.
Screw every dark noise I'm hearing. And I'm gonna say every day, no, I am worthy. I am worthy of a happy, beautiful, positive day. Being intentional in that
so
way.
Nice.
Funny when I wake my kids up every day.
I was literally me today. After I cried in my bed, I was like, bitch, go to the gym.
I'm 49 today, so, you know, I think it's
I got the baby. Say hi, baby.
Be mean to me, someone could cut me off in traffic, someone could do whatever it may be to me.
Akasha, you're huge.
Such a difference.
She's a growing woman. Look at her, already ready to leave me. Where are you going, honeybee?
And I think
please.
That's such an interesting thing, because I think as you get older,
why do you hate me?
What you've been carrying with you.
Right.
You want to go live with your man.
With you, and now you're more aware.
Right.
What were some of those things that came up for you when you were like,
Fine.
I think these are things.
Okay, before I start yapping, shout out to Megan from Atlanta, Georgia. She got a Harley Quinn lipstick. This is a gorgeous red. So beautiful, so stunning. This is one of my favorites, and it's back in stock. Sorry, this is the one of the ones that I keep up here, but I can't wait for you to get it, girl. No, what was I saying? I feel that it's so weird because, like, Chloe, I see a lot of myself in her, and it's like when you hear her talk, it's like, oh my God, this girl has like so much like insight, and she's done a lot of self-reflecting. And then you look at her actions and her past choices, and you're like, I don't know about all that. But anyways, I say that to say this. When you live your life publicly and you are in a situation where there's so many narratives and there's so many, I mean, I could not even imagine like her like going through what everybody has been through at least once in their lives, and having so many narratives and news outlets and media things, and like something as simple as going to the grocery store. I could only imagine like how crazy that is. And then she's getting ripped apart for her looks and her fit. Like, that is a lot. That is a lot.
And I think it's such a fine line, because I think we go from saying it's not my fault, it's everyone else's fault,
Right.
to being like, oh, it's all my fault, it's all me, I'm the one to blame, I did this to myself. How did you find that balance, which requires so much thoughtfulness and maturity, to actually get to that place where it's like, I'm going to take accountability to change my life, but I'm also going to recognize that this happened to me, but it wasn't about me, as you
Right.
said. How do you get to that?
Well, the interesting part is, I think the very first time it happened, I didn't do that, and that's okay because it's done.
Yeah.
And I also had to
They
forgive
getting
myself
deep on
for
here,
that
y'all.
first
Y'all
time.
might have to watch this on y'all own.
Very guilty.
Y'all might have to watch this on y'all own time,
Say,
because it's getting
why am I not
deep.
forgiving myself? I would blame myself for everything. And then the second time, you know, my surrogate was still pregnant with Tatum.
Oh,
And
shit.
the people didn't know yet that I was having Tatum. But I felt such shame that it was happening again, because I knew better.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking about...
Not the confirmation, yeah, girl. No, because I'm sorry. You went through everything you went through with Lamar. Okay. Tristan comes into the picture. Y'all are not married. Okay, fine. Modern day world. He publicly humiliates you. Not with just the Instagram hoes, okay? But your little sister's best friend. Do you know everybody at that house would have had to die? Everybody, bitch. Calabasas would have been on fire, okay? It would have been breaking news. Let me not do that, because Calabasas was just on fire earlier this year. But no, I'm sorry. No. Sometimes it's not even about like the principle. It's like, it's certain ways to do things. And if you can't even do it the smart way, like when you intentionally do something to humiliate somebody, I'm sorry, Tatum is a very cute boy, but he should not be here. Anyways.
Chloe, I had that fantasy too. And you had the courage, even though at one point, as you said, you were kind of, why did I stay that long, or why did I keep doing that? And you had to forgive yourself for that. But I think a lot of people don't know how to know when something's no longer serving them. And as I'm listening to you, I'm listening to someone who's saying, I finally got to a point where I realized this fantasy wasn't serving me. It was keeping me here. We can't speed it up.
No.
We can't rush ourselves to it. You can't be forced to it.
No, and that's what I mean. I think people also need to be patient with themselves. Like, if you're not feeling accountable in some of the actions that you're making or what someone else is doing to you, that's okay. There will be a day that you will wake up. And listen, if I was watching me when I was in my 20s, I would be judging that person too and being like, she's so stupid, it's gonna happen again. I don't blame people for their judgment. I think with life comes great wisdom and life experiences. And if my story helped anybody else feel less alone, because it's such an isolating feeling. You feel like you're on this island and it doesn't happen to anybody else. And
That's true.
sadly it does.
That is true.
And I know so many people that stay longer than I did. And not that it's right, but you have to let go when you really feel like you're ready. Or I think that person will always feel like, well, what if and this. And I really just like to live my life in this. No, I'm solid in that action. I'm solid in that choice that I made.
You're making such a powerful point here, and I really want everyone to take it home as they're listening. Like, you can only learn on your own timeline. You can't learn on anyone else's. You can't look at someone else's pace and say, oh, I should have done it like that. And
why are they doing it like
why
this?
are they doing it like that? And I think we just don't. It's really easy to look at someone else's life, whoever it may be, our friends, our family, people on the screen, and think we know how perfectly they should live. Yet we all know how hard it is to make one decision in our own life. And what I've learned from ever having any training and learning.
Okay, Nadia from Switzerland. Oh, you deserve a kiss. Can I kiss this? I'll kiss this. How cute. Look out. I always feel like, do I have lipstick on my... I always feel like Marilyn Monroe when I do this. She probably gonna get this and be like, what? Why did she kiss this? This is her order right here. Look at how cute. Going to Switzerland. Oh, thank you. This is so nice. Okay, let's just wait for that to dry. And then I also have this tester perfume. So when you guys do order and you open it up and you smell that smell, I want you to be like, oh my God. Marley smells so good. No, I'm kidding. No, I do want you to be like, this is the vibe. This is the glam goth vibe. Like, you know, because I'm very much a scent person. So I want you to always like remember this sexy, sensual scent whenever you go to put your glamour on. Okay. Oh wait, I'm waiting for this.
From my spirituality and non-judgment was just that everything you judge in someone else, you won't fully understand until you have to go through it yourself.
I know.
And as soon as you go through it
Oh,
yourself,
I've been through it.
You wake up and you go, I cannot believe I trust someone else for how they were navigating a divorce, a breakup, a marriage, whatever it may have been.
And trust me, I was that person.
All of us.
Yes, when I was younger, I used to. You either read something and you have.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit because I'm hungry. Nothing's funny. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I'm hungry and I don't want to work anymore today. No, I'm kidding. Bitch.
Thank
you.
Just in your presence,
Thank
you are. You've always been wonderful and kind, but more and more peaceful in yourself. And what
He could not be talking to me. He could not be talking to me like that, bitch. I would be falling in love.
Ability to forgive.
Thank you.
To forgive others, but even more importantly, yourself. And so I'm really intrigued about your self part. Forgiving other people is one thing, but letting yourself say, hey, I moved at the right time, I moved at the right pace. I don't need to hate on myself for not getting out of it sooner or not seeing it sooner.
Oh, this is such a good...
That requires so much.
I need to watch more of his stuff. I always see him, but I never like click on his stuff.
It is. You're going to do it. Oh my gosh. Well, I am not always kind to
look
myself.
at Rafi.
And I think I am.
Hey, Poogie.
Just bullied.
You lounging?
And all of those things at times.
Stop it, you're distracting
And
me.
it is much easier for me to forgive others than myself. I will say that. Forgiving
I don't know if that's just like a water sign thing, but like the way that well, no, I'm a Scorpio, so I don't forgive myself, and I don't forgive nobody. But just recently, I'm sorry, I cut her off. Just recently, I have, oh no, I'm gonna save that for a sit down chit chat that I want to do either tomorrow or Wednesday. But you don't have to forgive nothing. The only person you need to forgive is yourself. When somebody does something weird or shady or fucked up, like, oh, what did I see on TikTok? It was like, when that person betrayed you, they did not hesitate. So why would you didn't, see, this is what I mean, and now I'm starting to get mad.
Self has really been more of the last 3 years of my adult life. But I was so great at giving other people grace. Forgiveness, making it like, not excuses for them, but just like always.
That's that Cancer.
No matter how wrong they've done me. Because
I'm a Cancer rising, so I'm constantly, like, not saying that like Cancers are like saints, but I am constantly in a war of just like, do I kill this, I'm always talking about murder. Do I kill this person mentally in my mind, or do I forgive them? And but I don't even think we realize as people, especially as women, we give people so many chances. Like, we forgive without, like, subconsciously. We don't even realize we're forgiving. Like, when people do something and you're just like, oh, okay, whatever. Or, oh, they're having a bad day. Or, excuses, right? But then when it comes to that, like, that thing, that last straw thing, and you sit in and they're like shocked, and you sit in and you replaying, and you're just like, wait a minute, why are you shocked? I've given you too much grace, and you're shocked?
Feel like it's not my place to judge them, and I don't know everything they're going through, and that type of thing. And then one day I was like, why don't I give myself the same energy that I'm giving so freely to other people? And
oh, thank you, Switzerland. This is so nice.
Prayer in my relationship with God, and just
we love when we send a pack overseas.
This isn't, what is it? Why do so many people take advantage or lie, cheat, steal, whatever it is? You can be angry, you can have your feelings, but sometimes you feel like, oh, it must be me because it's happened so many times. And that's also why I feel like boundaries are so important to set, and I never had boundaries before. And I think that was a big thing. But I think
I'm so happy she said that and admitted that. Boundaries and low self-esteem, I think that was her, what was it? Like her concoction of like why those things have happened to her. I know for me, I wouldn't say low self-esteem. I don't consider myself somebody who's insecure, low self-esteem. I think I'm definitely I'm conscious of myself. I always know when like I need my hair done, I need my nails done. I'm like puffy in the face. I know when like I've gained weight, I've lost weight, like I look how I like, like that. But like when you mix having low self-esteem and then you don't have boundaries, or you don't set those boundaries in place, and I think like boundaries, you don't even realize that you don't have boundaries until like you're older. Like for me, just growing up, how I grew up, it was just such a like, I have to make everybody around me happy. I'm the eldest daughter. I am, like all these things. it's so, people need me. And still till this day right now, like I have set so many boundaries, and sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I'm Mrs. Stand on Business too hard. And now, you know, like this person's mad at me, or this person, you know, called me mean, or I feel like I'm like not showing up for people and stuff like that. But it's like, no. Like, I would rather somebody call me mean or a bitch or whatever than to betray myself. Write that down.
I think a lot of that is releasing it, because knowing that that's not your burden to carry.
I think that's what it is. We start to believe deeply that there's only one problem, and that's us.
Right.
Right? We walk around thinking that it's all because of me, it's because of my weakness, it's because of my flaws, it's because of whatever else it is, and we completely forget that there's anything else to it.
Cutting the bitch and twisting the motherfucker.
That way, they're like, well, you know, like,
when you are like, if you are an independent person and you kind of maneuver through life like, I got this, I don't need nobody, and then that one time that you are vulnerable, or not even one time, but when you are vulnerable and it doesn't go how you expect it to go, the way that you will just beat yourself up and just be like, oh no, it's because I wasn't, you know, I didn't, like all these different things. And it's so hard to like change that point of view. It's so hard to change that point of view when it's like, all of this could have been avoidable if I just wasn't so emotional, or if I didn't open up. And it's like, these are human experiences, but they don't need to happen more than once. But also, I'm crazy. So, oh, my camera's dying. Okay, guys, I'm gonna finish up, and I'll save this for when I'm getting ready another day. Cause I've already, oh, look at my boobs. Oh, y'all, this bros, titties are these. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're going to dinner. Okay, bye. I'll be back. Hey y'all, so it's the next day. As you can see, it's daytime, it's daylight. I just did a simple beat glam today using, why am I laughing? Parish lipstick and Oblivion. So these are back in stock, and yeah, I don't know, I've just been feeling really minimal lately. Spring, go figure. Just gonna pick up where we left off. I do want to read this next order because I thought it was so cute. This is from Amia from Texas. Come on, Texas gang. I just wanted to say hey y'all to the vlog. Marley, you have been so inspiring to me as an entrepreneur. I appreciate your presence in the Gotham beauty space. And give a kiss to all the babies from me, especially Lily from a black cat mom to another. Peace, love, and abundance to you. Y'all know I'm on my period. Why do y'all just, why, I don't want to cry today. Not in fresh glamour. Baby girl from Texas says hello and she wants me to give you a kiss. Can I kiss you? Wait. Let me pick your eye booger. I know you don't like it, but it's not good. He's grumpy today. Say hi. Oh. Oh. I woke you up? Huh? That's Akasha. She swears she a cheetah. And then he leaves me. Ow! No, get down. Oh, that was really sweet. Okay, actually, oh, look, the next one is Parish lipstick. I don't have time for this. I started my day really late today. It's 4:21. The post office closes at 5. So, yeah. I'll see you back in the car or somewhere. You look like you have something very important to say.
My fellow subjects, I bring you all here today to celebrate a very good day. We're not making a picture. That's not a picture.
It's not a big.
Well, I've got something to say. Doesn't well, I've got something to say.
Because all the way from London, England, it's time for your favorite, Danny Divine.
Come on, sexy bitch. Yes, bitch. Wait, what are we doing? Oh my god.
That one. Cheers. To Alana, Stilo, Jot, the whole staff. We love y'all. Thank y'all for holding us down.
Look at me, shot, chilling.
You were supposed to
Living how I wanted to live.
You were
Living
supposed
how
to.
I wanted to
How
live.
did this happen?
Because you make it so hot.
You were supposed to.
Nope.
Oh, I was standing here with you.
Yeah, we all taking shots.
Cheers to Alana's water shot. Say you're like, yeah. My mother-in-law instantly told me this nigga is not what.
Do we have ketchup?
I promise you, it'll randomly come to me tomorrow.
Hey guys, okay, things are different now. I did some feng shui. I figure filming this way is a lot better. I'm still, y'all know, it's always chaotic in here. Kind of have to multitask because y'all already know I'm running late. We are doing our glam because we are going to Vanessa, y'all know Vanessa. We are going to her event. She's having a media night for her new gym studio and it's all horror themed. I know I left off with Khloe Kardashian's interview with Jay Shetty when I was doing orders. So yeah, and then I dyed my hair. I gave myself a hot root. I did this off camera. This was, it was kind of personal. So hopefully it doesn't look too crazy right now. I just did my brows. I also made a Twitch. It's linked down below. I would love for you guys to follow me so I can live stream. And then that way I can upload the streams to YouTube and other platforms. I'm trying to do the podcast thing and the streaming thing and give you guys tutorials. So if you guys could go follow me on Twitch, that way we can be our somewhat uncensored selves and I can basically do what I'm doing now, but talk to you guys and interact with you guys, and we can watch horror movies and cartoons and stuff like this, and I can give my reactions and commentary since that's what gang likes. Okay, so yes, the link is down below. All the glamour that I use will be linked down below, and yeah, let's just chill for a little bit. I want to leave in about an hour. So, and I don't know. I know what I'm wearing, but I don't know what look I'm doing. And it's also World Goth Day. So I want to do a goth look, but I don't know. Let's see. Because I don't know if I want to do like a heavy eye. Lately, I've been just doing just like glitter in the brows and then just a wing and a lip. So let's see. Okay, yeah. Oh wait, well y'all already know, but for those who don't know, I'm gonna be mixing Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless with Dior Forever, and then I'm going to be using my Bloody Blender. It looks like this, it's all wet, and it comes packaged like this. I'm also having a sale right now for 20% off, okay? I love you guys. Let's get started. That's yes, let's yap for real.
When you're just aware and when you're solid in yourself, I really do think it's okay to release those things. And if you are doing the work, and the work doesn't have to be therapy, like with an actual therapist, if you have a group of friends and if those people really are unbiased and not judgmental and you can go to that, do that. For me, I really enjoy writing. It's not for people to see. It's a form of expression for me, and I feel like I'm really getting this energy out of my system.
Oh, that's
and sometimes
good.
I'll write and I'm like, I'm tearing this up so no one ever sees it, and I don't even know.
Why does she tear them up? I feel like no. She shouldn't tear them up. I feel like when I write stuff down, I love going back to like years ago and seeing like how chaotic my life was, and then seeing like journal posts after that and like, oh, okay, I came back. We survived that. I don't think that unless like, I mean, you writing how you really like you did some shitey stuff to somebody and you had to write it down, like you're self-incriminating somebody. But no, I really think that like journaling, even when you don't do it for like a month and you come back to doing it, like it's like it never leaves. I don't know. I'm a self-proclaimed writer, so I love to write. I love to write, I love to doodle. Get a journal, you guys. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Even if it's just once a week, once a month, it's so important to, in an actual like where you're writing, not typing. Like let's get back to like what we know.
What I'm gonna start writing, I'm like, I just gotta get this on from pen to paper. It's such a release, and sometimes that's the quote therapy that I need, or the conversation that I need. A lot of the times it's the gym, it's whatever, but once I get to that point that I'm like, okay, a light bulb goes off, I'm like, yes, I could have done things differently, but I'm not the reason why this happened to me. Like there's really no excuse for certain behavior. But yes, I probably could have handled things differently or saw things differently. But, I think people have to be fair and not just play the victim, but not also play that they're this champion and this crusader. Mm-hmm. There definitely has to be, there's a good and bad to all of us, if we want to admit it or not.
Absolutely. And I think it's being able to accept that I was weak, but I am not weak. Mm-hmm. Right? There's a difference in that language.
Ooh, that's a gem. See, when men start talking like that, they get so attractive. Ooh, come on, bass. I'm telling y'all, the beauty. If you ain't got this, that's crazy. Okay, and then I'm going in with YSL pink blush. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I love how he said I was weak, but I'm not weak. That's so, I feel like that's self-explanatory. I don't need to yap about that, but it's so true. Like, everybody is human nature to have vulnerable moments, okay? Because once you come back to yourself and you realize and you learn the lesson, yeah, you're not a weak person just because you had a weak moment. Because I get back be a motherfucker. Okay.
In the way you're speaking about it, there's a difference in I made a mistake versus I am a mistake.
Exactly.
And I think as soon as it becomes internalized to believe that that's who I am, that's who I've always been, and I won't be anything else, then we don't allow ourselves to say no. It's almost like looking back at an outfit of yours and going, God, I don't know why I was wearing that, right?
Right.
And you're like, why did I wear that? Like, those two things don't even go together.
Right.
But you know you're not your clothes.
Right.
So you forgive yourself and you go, okay, that was a bad day, and I'll wear something else today, and I can make sure that
and
it
you're
matches.
able to laugh about it.
Exactly.
Yes. And the same sentiment should be held for our past mistakes. Like,
I feel like, oh, I look crazy. Come on, this is a tribal marking. Do you see this? I feel like that's two different things. I think clothing versus past situations is a little different, but I get what they're trying to say. I feel like it's just all about growing and learning. As long as you growing and learning, make all the mistakes that you can afford to make, especially while you're young. Because when you get older, it's gonna be harder to I don't know, just get out of certain situations.
You ever done anything and then it mortified you, where you were so angry at yourself, and then 5 years later you will hysterically laugh about it with your wife or whatever? That's a place that I never want to be, because I felt like I was in that for a few years, and that was scary to me, because I've never been in a dark place for that long, of a place of shame.
Yeah, a few years, that's too long. Maybe if I wasn't who I was, I would have been able to be in, yeah, no. I can't afford to be in a dark place for too long. I have bills, I have a business, I have cat children to support. I have, no, too many things going on. Honestly, when you're in a bad situation, I don't give myself more than 3 days. I have 3 days to self-loathe. I have 3 days to not talk to anybody, especially like if I'm really going through it. Like, I have 3 days to not do anything. I have 3 days to lay in the dark. I have 3 days to like just, be a slob. But after that third day, it's time to get up. Especially now that I'm older and I'm just like, yeah, girl, you not in high school no more. You cannot afford to be down and out. Remember who you are. Remember how far you've come. It's time to get up. You have things to do. Especially if it's some bullshit from another person, like projecting. Like, what? No. Okay.
And guilt and all of that, and then finally I just said to myself,
using my setting powder.
No one wants to be around someone when you're like, how's your day? Fine. And not that I was that person, but internally I felt like I was that person. I love being happy and joyful, and like, life is so great if you look for the good.
You just hit on something that's really important. I think a lot of people kind of get into that lull, like that feeling of a long period of, I don't see light at the end of a tunnel. And was it like that for you? I mean, you're so committed to the work, whether it's your prayer, your journaling. We were just talking earlier when you.
I love how he said you're so committed to the work. Like, you really do gotta be committed, dedicated. Like, you really gotta be, yeah. Because it never ends. I really thought that, like, I was like, okay, I know everything. I've seen it all. And then the universe will be like, actually, you have 10 more lessons to learn, and you need to learn them quickly. So don't ever think that the work is done. There's always something to learn. There's always something. And you spiritually too, you could be healing an ancestral wound that you may not even realize until, like, you're just like, whoa, like this was generational. Ooh, I love setting powder.
About how you need a few hours every week just by yourself.
Yes.
And that's a practice that you've maintained with children, with your businesses, with your responsibilities, that carving out that time is so important to you. Talk to me about that, about like how much the work helped you even in the darkest times. Were you able to maintain it, or?
I mean, the work is what got me out of the darkest times. I think it's really easy to turn to God or whoever your higher being is. It's really easy to turn there when you're in this low time and like, get me out, and and you just think magically they're going to send you a ladder and like pull you out of this ditch. But yes, he will maybe give you signs and tools, but you have to do the work. He can give you the
Come
recipe,
on,
but
Chloe.
you put all the cake mix and everything together and bake the cake. And I think so many times people expect it just like to be magic. Get me out of
Or
like,
they expect you to do the work and then they can just like be around you. Like, oh, this person has done the work. This person has like, this person has ascended. Let me be around her and get around her and it's gonna rub off on me. No. Oh, sorry, y'all, my camera died.
eating and all that, like, because when you're like, oh, I have to face myself. So I remember that after my divorce, or even when my dad died when I was
Here we go.
19,
Here come the juicy
I
stuff.
remember going out every night because I was an avoidant. Let me avoid these feelings. I'm not, if I'm not feeling them, they're not happening. Well, that didn't work too well. I remember losing all my hair, gaining so much weight, hyperventilating, like when I would be alone. When I got a divorce, very similar. Let me go out, let me party, drink, hang out with new guys. What does that get me? You know, I realized, okay, these ways of coping didn't work for so many years that when this time happened, and maybe a little help of COVID, it was around 2021, 2022, but still things were still sort of locked down a little bit. And I just said, no, I'm not going to date anyone. And now I have kids too. I'm not going to a club. Like, what am I doing? But having to face myself and intentionally be alone, intentionally do the work, intentionally every day I wake up at 5 a.m. because I need that alone time.
Damn, I need to wake up early.
Time to have my coffee, do my prayers, listen to my Bible app, like whatever it is.
Come on, Bible app. Okay, I love this bass.
Seeing how horrible those things
are.
Excuse
y'all.
For me to find, okay, this I like. And yes, it's easy for me to go and date a man and be an avoidant and distract these real feelings, but then what?
Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Hopeless Romantic palette. That is now 20% off. So I believe right now this palette is $16. So don't wait if you don't have this, because it will never be $16 again. I'll say that.
The same thing is probably going to happen to me again because I don't know.
I'm going to take Melancholy and Beloved.
Willy-nilly going through life and what? Because somebody's cute or this. I'm not paying attention to the core of people and even to the core of myself. And I just started listening to myself and finding the things that really made me feel whole.
Oh, come on, cheek.
Alone. And I know so many of my friends cannot be alone because they don't want to hear their own thoughts. They don't want to start working on themselves. And I'm not judging that, but I know how amazing it is to be alone with myself and to like who I am.
I'm so glad you talked about that because
that was so beautiful. Come on, Chloe.
Is our inability to be alone. And again, I come at it from the same.
And that right there, you cannot, I was going to say you cannot defeat, but you cannot compete with somebody who has done the work and has accepted their life and who they are and how they look and they've accepted themselves and the consequences of their actions, and they've reflected and they've like, while you're still so dysregulated and you still haven't take that good look in the mirror, and then not you, but like people prey on people who have done the work and done all these things because they think that like, okay, this person seems like they have their shit together, they've done the work, and like once they realize like, oh, like this person is unshakable, this person, there's no like, I can't like, you like, what can you say, what can you do? Like, yeah, you can say something hurtful and be hurtful, like everybody can get their feelings hurt, but like if you haven't done the work and you want to put yourself around somebody who has and think that you can play around with that person, you're wasting your time. Okay, you're wasting your time. Do the work. Ooh, okay, this is what we have so far. Love. This is just like bass. I don't know, I low-key do want to do a smoky eye. I just don't know what glamour Oh, yesterday. Oh, I'll do the same look I did yesterday on TikTok Live. If you don't have a TikTok, make one and follow me on live. Look, follow all the things, because we was on TikTok Live having a ball, and we did kind of this like vampy, summery, cherry cola look. Is that what we're gonna call it? Yeah. Ooh, yes. I think I did Bloody Mary in the brows. Yeah, and like I want to do something red, but I don't want to do like a red smoky eye, you know? And we're also, oh my God, it's 6:30. Okay, we're gonna do Bloody Mary. Maybe I should do Dark Angel. I feel like Dark Angel should be pretty because it's like we're going to like an event. Yeah, Dark Angel on the brows. And then I'm just gonna do a wing with Beatrice. And then I'll come back for the nude.
Point of view as you,
I said the nude, the lip.
Being judgmental. It's coming from a place of compassion and empathy that you can't break a pattern if you simply avoid it and pretend it doesn't exist. And when we're alone, we're breaking the pattern because we have to look at those assumptions. We have to look at all those beliefs. We have to look at the hardwired truths that we're living by. And we've got to look at, wait a minute, every decision I make, where in the past did that seed get planted? And I'm now eating the fruit from that.
Ooh!
What seed do I want to plant today?
Just
because
adding
I want to
some
eat a different
white.
fruit in the future. Right. Otherwise, we keep eating the fruits from the past and never plant any new seeds.
I understand how difficult it is to change your mindset. Your mind is a muscle. I get it. And we are humans by nature. Like, they love a routine.
When did the seed get planted and I started eating the fruit from it? Gag me a little bit right there, cutie.
And comfort in that. I totally get that. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm taking it's so Dark easy. Angel. Go ahead and do this. No, but it's little practices every day.
Yeah, I always say to people, there's two questions you have to ask yourself. The first is, are you someone who seeks discomfort or someone who needs to build confidence? So if you're someone who needs to seek discomfort, you should start with the hardest thing first. And if you're someone who needs to build confidence, you should start with the easiest thing first. Because some of us want to wake up in the morning and jump into a cold plunge, because that sets us up for the day. And some of us just need to wake up and make our bed. And if we do that, now we feel we can do harder things. and all of us are one or the other. And the second thing
I wake up and don't want to do
an
nothing.
Extremist, or
I feel like I could trust her, and that's very rare for me. And I also think because of her relationship with Kim, she felt like more of a friend as opposed to this traditional therapist. And that's not bad or good. But because of my experience with let's do a wing. I also don't think that there's one which way that people can or need to get any help or life coaching, if you will. I think that it's not a one size fits all. I think everyone, whatever you're willing to try it, and whatever you feel like really speaks to your soul, then that's the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's such a value when you can trust someone in speaking to someone who's not connected to your life.
Okay, I just finished both eyes. I kind of do want to smoke out the bottom just a little bit, but yeah, I like this. I did a big old wing. I look like a cat. It's giving Akasha's mother, Akasha, Raph, and Lily. Okay, cool. Ooh, excuse y'all.
Sometimes I turn on a sad movie just because I'm like, get the tears out.
Ooh, I love that. That looks good.
What is wrong with me?
Yeah, my wife will look.
It must be nice not to be a crier. I feel like I cry all the time. I'm such a crier. But I'll cry like when I'm alone. Like, well, I've cried. Well, y'all see me cry, but if I let you see me cry, yeah, I must really trust you because I don't cry in front of everybody. Crying is just, it's such a release. Like, it just feels so good. I don't care what nobody says. But I also am a firm believer. I feel like professionally, like when it comes to business, there's a time and a place to cry. Like if you're working or you have a job to do, because I feel like sometimes people just cry for attention. Ooh, I love this. A cat eye is just so chic. Ooh, wait till we add a lash. Okay, actually we're gonna add a lash. I'm gonna put some mascara on my bottom lashes, and then we're gonna go in with Siren lashes, of course.
It's such a rock, and in one
I've been
sense,
using the Fenty Beauty
it seems
mascara.
like
This mascara is really good, especially for the price.
And other people. Have you discovered anything about why you've seen yourself take on that role in so many relationships in your life?
Yeah, well, it's definitely my love language, and I am such a maternal person. I've always been that person, and no one's ever said this to me. And
I realized that a lot of Cancers are maternal people. My mom, she said the same thing to me not too long ago. We were just having one of our like spiritual kind of talks, and she was just like, I was born a mother. She was like, I'm a mother to the people around me. I'm a mother to myself. I'm a mother for you. Like some people are just born mothers, and I think that that's the Cancer in her. Because I'm a Cancer rising, and I feel like I have that caretaker gene, but then when I feel like I'm not being appreciated for it, that's when the Scorpio comes out. Like the Cancer is the crab, right? So like, yeah, I'll get irritated, but like once the Scorpio comes out and that stinger comes up, I'm getting off topic. I mean, just speaking about violence.
But I was always talked about my looks, always told that I was chubby.
Ooh, this is so Catwoman. I feel like we should add Catwoman glitter.
Sibling, they would always say,
just like, just a little bit.
She's related to you from like teachers. I remember so vividly. And that feeling of being always compared to them, but always not good enough to be considered their sibling. And I don't
wow. I feel so like, because she says that a lot, and I feel so bad for her because I feel like she looks like her mom. Like she's giving Kris Jenner. And I think that Kim is pretty and Kourtney is pretty, but Khloe is beautiful. Like she has, when you have like I feel like who she is what makes her beautiful. And I feel like people just like, oh my God, people are so evil. Like when you have a unique beauty to you and like you don't, yeah, like it's just like an easy thing to like say about her, to like hurt her feelings. Like Khloe was never ugly. She was just bigger. I think the first thing I feel that way is being West African, being Ghanaian, and like being compared to my mom, because my mom is dark skinned, but she is like the epitome of like African beauty. She's got this glow, she's got the cheeks, she's got everything. And like I came out like looking more like my dad and having more of his complexion, and people like seeing me and being like, that's your mom? Like, oh, or like, oh, you're African? Like you don't look like your mom, or you don't talk like your mom. Or like they'll see me and then they'll be like, you're African, you're Ghanaian, and then they see my mom or they hear my mom speak, and then it's like, oh. Like, so I totally get that. And I remember just being younger and just feeling like, because you don't look like everybody else, and just being different, and you think that there's something wrong with you. And that's not okay. Because there was nothing wrong with her. She was just taller, and she just looked like her mom. I guess that's just the price you pay when like you're different. Because now that I'm older, I feel like I look more like my mom. So when people see like, oh, a picture of my mom when she was my age, and they're like, oh, you look like your mom. Oh, I do? You wasn't saying that before. Anyways.
these adults maliciously knew what
just
they were
added
doing, but it
Catwoman.
was so impactful that for children, I always had to like, I was always the funny one because I felt like that was how I would get attention, because it wasn't because, oh, she's so cute or this or that, because people always made such a point to tell me how much I did not look like them or things like that. So I felt like, well, those were the things that people praised me on, so let's keep them up.
And it is such a beautiful thing to...
That's, oh God. That's very relatable, but also just very like, because it's always something, and I think that's where like the people pleasing comes from too, where you just feel, you don't feel like what you are is enough, and you have to overextend to make somebody happy, or you have to prove like, hey, like I'm worthy of this too, because that's like my algorithm on TikTok right now too. It's just like, oh, when you're pretty and you're smart and you're this, like girls will hate you. And it's like when you do meet a new friend and you're super nice and you're super all of this, because it's like you want them to like you and you want to say like, hey, like I'm not a threat, like I deserve love too. Please don't be mean to me. Please don't be mean to me. I think I need to move this over a little bit. Maybe it's okay. I think this lash is just a little... She's like on her last leg. Ooh, the little subtle sparkles of Catwoman looks really good.
Be able to say, I love this about myself. And yes, maybe it's made me overgive or overlove or overshare or whatever it may be, but at the same time, the biggest challenge for a good-hearted, good person is that we believe everyone loves the way we do.
Yeah.
And then when they
that part.
we feel hurt by it, and then we can become closed and unloving. But that's the biggest loss for the world. It's the biggest loss for our lives, because as you said, there's so much joy. If you can feel joy in being that person, it's a beautiful thing.
People are all...
And that's why miserable people, like, they don't want you. Like, if you are just a naturally loving, giving person, that is like, I don't want to say narcissist, but like a miserable person's worst... Ooh, I like it. A miserable person's worst nightmare. They know how loving and caring that you are, and when you don't have it for them anymore, they know that like eventually you're going to come back to yourself and you're going to give it to somebody else, and they can't stand that. Never change that about yourself. If you're a loving person and you go through something, and once you self-reflect and you take the time, you should be even more loving, but to the people that deserve it, because that's where I feel like I am right now. Like, I don't know, because I'm like duality. Like I'm dark and I'm cold and I'm like, you know, closed off, but at the same time I feel so much more lighter and open and loving and just like now when I hug people, like I've always fully embraced people, but now I'm just like, you just cherish the good things in life, and you cherish people who do show you that genuine love and genuine kindness, and you love them even more. Okay, so I was gonna crimp my hair, but I think I'm gonna save that for an actual get ready with me. So I'm just gonna re-straighten this little front part. I had to put some water on here because it was really crunchy, and then my hair broke off for the other relaxers that I would get. So yeah, she's regrouping. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah, I think I'm gonna do like one of these today, like that. We're gonna be real classy. We're gonna be, well, yeah, we're gonna be kind of classy because yeah, my hair's straight and it's hot and it's humid, and I don't want my hair all in my face because it's gonna bother me. Oh my God, I cannot believe my hair broke off like this. That's so crazy. Look at this.
Look, it's just the joy that you give to people. I just love, and I do have a problem where I love people. I was one of those kids. My mom was like, I could never leave you alone. You would just go talk to everyone, but I've always been a people person. So, and I never want to see people in pain. I want to be that love and support for someone. Lamar and I, the last time I saw him, I believe was 2016.
Wow.
And never spoke, nothing since 2016, if my memory serves correctly. I was actually at Super Bowl last year, the one in Las Vegas, and my best friend Malika was there, and she was staying somewhere else, and she ran into him in a hotel lobby, and they both just started like crying because they were really close and just embraced, and they exchanged numbers. And so that's how the first
For what though? Why?
happened.
You see, Malika, I see the man that dogged out my best friend. I'm crying for what? What am I crying for? Okay, maybe I'm gonna cry, but I'm not. Get his number for what?
And for Lamar, when we divorced,
Chloe been doing
Lamar
so
was
good.
not in a
Don't
good
piss me off.
headspace, but Lamar's a 7-foot tall man. We had all this custom furniture, and he was like, just get rid of it all. I don't want to, just sell the house. And I'm like, what? I didn't know what to do with that. So for years, I kept a storage unit of all of his furniture.
Look at what I'm doing. This is so embarrassing.
And years ago, before I had kids, thank you. Well, it's his and expensive, and he's a big guy. Like, you're gonna want it. And I remember before I had True, I think I was just pregnant. I was like, you know what? I don't need to hold on to this storage unit anymore.
Throw it away. Sell it.
Through his friend, who will go unnamed, said, give him the storage keys and he'll take it from me. And I was like, cool, fine. I did so, and I found out later down the line that this friend of his sold everything that was in the unit.
Good. That's what you should have did.
Lamar. Lika told me she saw him. I said, that's so weird. I just found his mom's driver's license last week.
And you should have threw it away.
She's like, well, why don't you give it to him? I was like, let me think this over. And it took a few months for me to...
Malika!
I wanted her to reach out to say, like, do you want to meet up with me? Because I wanted to do it. I didn't want to just drop it off. I didn't. I wanted to see him and make sure still that he was doing okay.
You wanted to meet up with him. We were doing so well. I swear, it's just. I think Lamar's just that one dude that we all have in our lives where it's just like you don't know. You lose your common sense. You lose your common sense. You wanted to meet up with him to make sure he was still okay. Was he thinking about if you were still okay when he was at the brothel? Huh?
And at the time, I didn't have any feelings. I was like, yeah, let's come over, let's go to Malika's house. I didn't want to do it in public where it would be a big spectacle. I didn't want to do it at my house.
Girl, because you wanted them ratings. You wanted us to tune in.
He knew about the cameras. He picked the time of the date. I never would have ambushed somebody about that. And he picked the time and the date. He flew in for it. And it's so weird when I thought I was totally cool, and when he came in, he was so nervous. And I was trying to reassure him, like, we're fine and whatever. And there would be times in our conversation.
This is the best I can do with this area right here.
After his overdose, Lamar couldn't walk or talk, and he had a significant amount of seizures and strokes and needed to be rehabilitated. And I helped him through that journey. And then when he was at a decent place, he started using again. And he said that on the show. That's why I'm saying it now. And from that moment...
Girl, who cares?
I was paying for a house for him to be in.
I'm running late, Mama.
I was taking care of him. And I said, I can never see you again. Not that it was anything ever romantic. I love Lamar with all my heart. Even today, I love him.
Oh, brother.
And I know he was like one of the greatest loves of my life, and just other circumstances took over. But
the fact that he
really
hates you,
sincerely wanted the best for him. When
that doesn't matter.
Again, after such a horrific accident, where he, in my opinion, is a miracle that he is alive today. I couldn't.
He's alive today because of you. It's a miracle that he's alive today because of you. If you did not leave him, or no, wait, what am I trying to say? If you would have left him in that hospital where he belonged, where he put himself, it would have been, he would have called the next bitch to come. He would have called one of the brothel bitches to come. Oh, not the emo thing. Imagine you did all that work. You stayed in the hospital with his freaky frog self for 4 months just for him to come back out and be even worse. You're even worse. Taught him, what'd she say? She taught him how to walk and eat, like gave birth like a child. Teaching him all this stuff, and guess what? Ooh, but Shara 7 said, you know what she said? She said, women be thinking we can keep a pet after we raise it. She said that. And that's so true. Especially with women like Chloe. You raise a man up, build him up, and you think that no, girl, he wants to die. He wants to die. Why else would he be in this predicament? But you wanted to go see if he was still okay. I will see, but this is how I know I'm crazy. I'm like, yeah, come get your stuff. Let me bring you your stuff. So I could see how bum and ugly and bummish she looked. I'd be like, yeah, let me give you your stuff. And so he could be like, oh, you look so good, and be on my body. I'm like, you look disgusting. Anyways.
Understand how someone would go and do that again. And I get it's a disease, but it felt like you punched me in my stomach. And I put so much of my life on hold to take care of this person. Just for them to be like, oh, it's fine. Like, I'm not sure how he felt about himself. It made me feel that he had no respect for his own life.
Exactly.
And for anything that I did him as well.
I'm talking to the moon.
And so from that moment on, I said, no, I'm not speaking to this person anymore, because it does nothing for me. There's no benefit in this. I felt more like I would be taking care of him, but being lied to. I had so many negative thoughts. So that 10-year break, as sad as it wasn't that hard for me, because
this brush will get you snatched. Look at that.
Wanting to make sure he's okay. And then when I saw him, like, I loved seeing him. It was great. It was really sad at the same time.
Good.
Seeing someone I thought I would never outgrow. I realized how much I outgrew him. And that made me sad.
Oh, Chloe. I love seeing people that I outgrew. I love seeing people that thought that they could play. And when they see you again, you're a whole new version of yourself. I'm pretty sure there's some people watching this vlog right now like, oh. Come on here. Oh, Marley? I don't know this version of Marley, and you never will.
But I wonder, if we were still married, would we have grown together?
No.
And there were so many.
Girl, if you were still married, you would not. No.
Would we have grown together?
You would be a shell of yourself.
If we did stay together, would this have stopped, or would that beast always, be needing to be fed? But you can't live your life in the what ifs of it all.
Okay.
But it definitely
I'm being OCD
made me sad
about
how
straight I want it, but we've come a long way from how it looked before.
I never thought we would get to that place. I'm happy for him. I am so happy that he's sober and he's doing these great things with his life, and those are things that anyone should be rooting for.
No.
I'm also proud of him for meeting with me. Because as much as scary as or as
hey y'all, so we are 2 minutes away. I had several malfunctions. And yeah, no. Filming I'm like, I see why y'all haven't had a vlog in a long time. Like, my memory card was full. My camera died. Oh my god. Then trying to figure out like what to wear. And by the time I knew it, I was irritated. I was irritated. Like, and I'm still irritated. Because I was just like, this is... Why is it almost 9 o'clock and I started getting ready at 6? Like, this is not normal. Who else, like this, I feel like this doesn't happen to anybody else but me. It's too much. But anyways, I'm excited to see my friend. It's over in an hour. I love this lip. This like cherry, because it's like you can go lighter or you could go darker. And lately I've been going darker, but you could totally go lighter and it'll still be really pretty. Did I say I was having a sale, 20% off? Just a reminder. This is a reminder. Uh-oh. See, and everybody's driving all crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not staying here for a long time. I'm gonna get my pictures, see my friend, get some photos, maybe have a little snack if there's any food left. And I also have a headache too. Ugh. I feel like I'm giving, it's giving I've healed too much. I've healed too much and I don't want to be around nobody. Okay, guys. Oh wait, I need some perfume. I think it better be good. I spent forever on it. Okay, and I have a shirt on. It looks like this. I just want some perfume. Okay, you guys already know I'm gonna vlog on my phone. We're in the... Whew. I got a little bit in my mouth. The Gucci Gardenia. Ooh, it might be time to... Might be time. We're in a new season too, so... New season, new perfume, new creative projects. Holler if you hear me. Okay, let's go.
Hey, did you register under?
Marley.
Hey, come in.
Thank you.
He's on top of my pain management.
Hello. Hi.
Oh my god. Hi, Drop Dead.
This is so beautiful, baby. Say hi to the camera. Yes. Come on, like, yes.
She did it.
Woman of the hour. I cannot believe this. My best friend is famous.
Our dream come alive.
Get out of the way. This is my man right here. Circus liquor.
Oh shit.
This is the best day.
We might regret this shit later.
Hell,
when our stomachs are.